man. I do what I do.
Say, but that's the reality. That's the unspoken truth. And you fight, and you got Latinos fighting to go sit up next to white folk who, like, we can't have you over here. We'll eat your tacos, we'll drink your tequila, but you need to go be with your own people. And that's the same thing they tell black people all the time. And it took us years to learn. And you still got black folk trying to run up there next to white folk. Every time you move in their community, they leave. They letting you know. And I'm not saying you can't be friends. I'm not even, look, and if you love somebody, you love them, whatever. Okay, you love them, y'all go ahead and enjoy your life. I'm just telling you the truth, how most people feel. But nevertheless, it's good to see a lot of the indigenous people of the Americas embracing their root. You're trying to align with people that cannot accept you. Nevertheless, Latinos are still divided. They're divided people. You got white Latinos. They want to maintain that racial dominance. They're trying to cling to a system that goes back to Spain and Europe that keeps them above the darker skinned counterparts. Afro-Latinos and indigenous Latinos, they're just now beginning to challenge that very system that has oppressed them for centuries. They are people at war with themselves. You got a community of Latinos who are divided by internal racism, and they're still speaking with two minds. Meanwhile, Black Americans, we never had that luxury of internal racism. Now, you will get an occasional light-skinned, dark-skinned joke between us, but at the end of the day, our oppression is external. It came from white supremacy. It came from Jim Crow. It came from segregation. It came from mass incarceration. It came from redlining. And so because of that, we came together as a people and we had to unite in order to survive. But Latinos, on the other hand, they have their own countries. They have their own nations. And their racism is internal because they had an opportunity to practice it there without the threat of external racism. So instead of uniting, it forced them apart. It forced them into a class system. And until they confront their own internal contradictions, they cannot and will not be a sustained, they can't be in a sustained alliance with Black people, especially because the focus of their racism is anti-Black racism. Not anti-Asian, not anti-Arab, but anti-Black. So how can we align with them? Now, that being the case, Black people don't owe Latinos anything. We don't owe them nothing because they fight to be white, number one. Number two, we've been fighting for them. Whatever debt we owe them for letting those 3,000 to 5,000 people come to Mexico, that debt's been paid off in spades. In fact, we fought for everybody's rights, not just our own. We fought for civil rights. We fought for voting rights. We fought for having housing and education, equal protection under the law. These people wouldn't even be able to send their kids to school without us. We fought for them to even immigrate to this country. They wouldn't even have a chance. And what do we get in return? Largely, we got silence. Mostly, we got betrayal. Or worse, we got competition for the very rights we bled for. You got Black men who can't find a job because all the jobs are being sucked up by people who will work for cheap or free. And that's why the primary beneficiary of deporting illegal immigrants are Black men, immigrants in general. So let's make this clear. We don't owe anyone anything. We don't owe them solidarity, especially when they have never given us anything. We don't owe anyone a place at the table when they've never built the table with us. We don't owe anything, especially those who turn their backs on us when we needed them the most. And here's the cold part about it. Numbers don't lie. We won. Somebody type "we won" in the chat room. We won. Black people have thrived despite oppression. We won. We got 44 million Black Americans in this country. That's only 13% of the U.S. population. Yet we got 8% of the country's millionaires. That's 1,790,000 millionaires, Black people. Hispanics got 65 million people, yet they only have 7% of the U.S. population. That's about 1,500,000. So we got 200,000 more millionaires than we do. We don't need them. They got a whole country, 126 million people. They only have 20,000 millionaires down there. We got millions more than they do. Flip the script and give us a country of our own and see what we do with it. We got 5 billionaires. David Stewart, you never heard of him. You never heard of David Stewart. Black man, been married to the same Black woman for 40 years. Shout out to Master H. Black man, David Stewart, been married to the same Black woman for 40 years. One marriage, got married one. He about 70 years old, worth $11.4 billion. Richest Black man in America. Never heard of him. Have you? Have you never heard of him? Of course, you heard of Oprah Winfrey, right? Black woman, Mississippi. Shout out to Bobby Williams. Worth $11.5 billion. $3.5 billion. Michael Jordan. Worth $2 billion. Robert Smith, worth $9 billion. Jigga Man, him and his wife, worth $3 billion. Kanye West, maybe $2 billion. But nevertheless, we have been extremely successful in this country. We built it, we created it, we dominate. Meanwhile, you got folk coming up who just got to this country in any significant numbers saying they built the country and they've been here with us the whole time. So where's your success at? Where are your historic towns like your Black Wall Street? Where are your 100 and some HBCUs, historically Black universities? Where are your leaders like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Muhammad Ali? They don't exist. Because you're trying to claim victories for things that we fought and died for. They don't exist. You're just making up stuff. Don't try to piggyback off our success. Look, every culture has struggles. Every people have battles. And let me be clear. I'm not telling you to stop being friends with your Latino brothers and sisters. I'm not telling you to break up with your Latino boyfriend. I'm not telling you to leave your Latino wife. I ain't telling you none of that. Many of them are beautiful, kind, and wonderful people. And you shouldn't judge them by the history of their culture. But when it comes to group dynamics, when we talk about foundational Black Americans, as opposed to immigrants from Colombia or Haiti or Nigeria or Uganda, we got to talk about the groups. And the question is, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me at all? I'm not talking about your individual relationships and your friends with the folk that you love. Don't say Uncle D didn't tell you to leave your man, okay? Baby girl, I did not tell you to leave your boyfriend, all right, because I didn't say that. Shout out to Cody Martin. That is not what I said. I'm saying when it comes to racial justice, when it comes to aligning movements, we need to keep it all the way 100%. Until Latinos reckon, and this is all of them across the board, until you reckon with your own internal racism and your own internal bigotry towards your own Latino people within your own culture, you will always speak with two minds. You will always be a divided people. You will have 60% voting for Donald Trump and 40% voting against Donald Trump. You're going to be torn between climbing the ladder of white supremacy and embracing your indigenous and African roots. And until you settle that battle within yourselves, you can never be true allies to black people or yourself. Because if they had their way, if they could reclaim racial dominance in this country, they would do to us exactly what white supremacists have done to us for the past 5 centuries. You would be calling us lazy. You would be trying to put us out of work. You'd be trying to run us out of our neighborhoods. You'd be putting bombs in our community. You would do the same thing to the group of people, the black people who built this nation, the black people who fought for the very same freedoms that you enjoy, the black people who suffered the most, and the black people who have risen the highest under any minority group. So we don't owe anybody nothing. They never were there for us. The Asians weren't there for us in any given numbers. Latinos, nobody was there for us. Our own African brothers and sisters and Caribbean brothers and sisters wasn't there for us in any numbers. So we don't owe them anything. And they don't get to claim our victories. We won our battles. We changed history. And we will not be erased. This is Uncle D. I love you all. God bless y'all. I appreciate everybody who came through. We got 59 super chats. We almost got 60. That'll be nifty. I feel like I've done my job. I sure have. Did y'all learn something today? Huh? Did I left YouTube smoking hot? Huh? And somebody typed smoking hot in the chat room. Have I left YouTube so much for unity, right? Well, we can't have unity without truth. All right? That's all I'm saying. Either way, I love you guys. God bless y'all. I appreciate everybody from the bottom of my heart. All praises go to the Most High. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate y'all. God bless you. And this is Uncle D. And as I always say, I'm out.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D.
People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. This black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. Blizzard King here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Floby and cut your own damn hair from now on.